Ice water at you.
I was about to say, are you Jimmy Ray? But that's not the same.
Who wants to know? But that's not.
That's not
Slim
Sugar
Ray.
Ray. Something about a dead mama.
Oh,
you know?
Jimmy Ray? Who wants to know about me?
Yeah, I'm not pulling up those '90s sweet songs tonight. I'm not
Who
doing
wants
that.
to know?
Not me. I don't. I want to leave that guy at Walmart with the redheaded stepchild.
He was on my record label too. I think I might have his demo in my closet as well.
Man, you just got these all really bad artists in your closet demos, and I wonder why there's no Grammys hanging on the wall in here.
That's why they're in my closet, Aaron.
In my closet.
Never to see the light of day. Until
is
now.
R. Kelly's In the Closet still in there as well? Is that accompanying any of the...
You know what CD I have that I still listen to in my car?
Creed.
Oh, God. Do we have to do this again?
Anyways, tell me about Sugar Ross.
Sugar Ross?
Siguros, whatever.
Siguros.
The guy who doesn't speak any English.
What are
but
they? Icelandic?
Yeah, they're Icelandic Radiohead,
Are
essentially.
they Icelandic? Yeah. I was just saying.
If we're not, we don't care, you know.
If you guys never heard of them, they're pretty crazy. They had music on, what is that movie?
I don't know.
Tom Cruise, Vanilla Sky.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Yeah, they're on that soundtrack a few times.
I think that's the movie where he discovered Scientology.
No, he was a Scientologist before he did Days of Thunder.
Really?
He joined the Church of Scientology in like the early 80s. Before, I think, even Risky Business.
Holy shit, that's a long time.
Yeah.
So he's been a psycho for a long fucking time.
Because his first wife that he married, who was a director, Mimi Rogers, I think is her name.
Mimi Rogers, that's a name you haven't heard.
She was a Scientologist.
Oh my god,
So
she was a converter?
She got him into it.
Oh, and now he's like the mafia head boss of the Scientology division.
You know what, guys?
He's the head godfather.
If I die tonight, it's because the Church of Scientology is listening to this and they came and
they came over from Clearwater to give you a good whacking.
Because
it's like the mecca of the Scientology.
It's like Fight Club. No one talks about Fight Club. No one talks about Scientology.
Yeah, because everyone who talks about Scientology ends up getting whacked.
AKA the Illuminati.
Or just that chick from King of Queens.
Actually, Aaron, we're living in a Dan Brown novel right now.
Oh, God, okay.
Instead of the Da Vinci Code, it's the hashtag Catass codes. My house.
All right.
The next clue is under the cat's tail.
Is it cat ass jewelry?
Is it what?
Cat ass jewelry?
Oh no, but
we talked about this last week.
Halloween.
Yeah.
I'm having a Halloween party this year now.
All right, you heard it first. If you are in the Orlando area,
oh God, don't do
and
it.
you know where Gooba lives, come
Lord.
and fuck shit up.
We do Halloween parties. We didn't this year because I got married, but we do Halloween. You've been to my Halloween parties.
I don't remember leaving the last Halloween party.
This year we're gonna do a Harry Potter theme.
It's gonna be Expelliarmus.
Expelliarmus, but it's gonna be pretty dope though. And I'm debating for my Halloween costume because Lauren throws them with me, and she and I like to.
Lauren's a crazy cat.
She and I dress to match the theme.
Mm-hmm.
And
you already did Santeria a couple years back, didn't you?
Voodoo Santeria. We did. What's it called? Botched surgery tent. We did. We actually did Harry Potter one year, but
you should do the Hunger theme.
The Hunger.
That's going to be our break music today. We're just going to play the full thing too. We're going to go outside and have a little side chat, and then you guys can be victimized to the hunger.
My Halloween costume I think it's going to be the crazy cat witch, Miss Umbridge, like the evil one who wears the pink, and she's always like, like she has these cat little pins and stuff that she wears on her blouse. So I have to go find cat jewelry to wear.
That's not hard to find. I mean, Amazon exists.
Just picture me in a frumpy pink outfit with cat jewelry.
Oh my God.
Oh,
so
that's a possibility.
It's a possibility.
That's a possibility. The other one might be.
We'll have to, as we get closer, we'll have to put some more spins on what you'll be having at the party and whatnot.
Yeah. The other one might be Moaning Myrtle, the toilet ghost.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I'll put a toilet lid around my neck.
I know this is kind of nerdy for even me to say, but I just recently saw the Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
The J.K. I loved it. I
Really?
fucking nerded out. Loved it.
I thought it was good, but I didn't like it as much as. But you know what it is? It's because I just don't have as much invested into those characters as I do the other characters.
Like I was watching. I know this is even further nerdiness for me. Is that I didn't remember who half the people were, like their origin characters and who they grew up to be in like Hogwarts and shit like that. And I got to see that the next movie coming out sometime later this year. I don't know what it's called. But it's got Johnny Depp in it instead of that other.
Oh yeah.
What was his fucking name? Can't remember. The British guy who's in like everything.
Eddie Redmayne.
Colin Farrell.
Oh, Colin Farrell.
Yeah, he was in Fantastic Beasts, but he really turned into like another person. And if you haven't seen it, then you know.
Way to ruin the movie, by the way.
I didn't. Nobody knows.
Wah, wah, wah,
and if you're a Harry Potter fan and you haven't seen it, then you're probably you're just neglecting things in your life that you need.
Yeah. I asked Tino if he would go as Dobby for the party.
Oh, please tell me.
He said no. He said, I'll go as Grundlesnatch. He like makes he doesn't know the word. He doesn't know like the people of these movies. So
he just makes up fucking words.
Grundlesnatch, and then he says, I'll be the best cribbage player in the world. And instead of Quidditch, he called it cribbage, like that little peg game with the wooden boards.
Well, now we're at Harry Potter's Catass. Is the name of the episode, or Beatrix La Catass or something.
Those movies, though,
they're so creative.
I akin those movies to like. Okay, there's some movies that whenever they're on TV, no matter what part they're on, you can sit down and watch.
Right.
Right.
I can't watch the first one anymore because they're so fucking young, and I know how.
That's one of my favorite ones. It's
the very first one?
Oh, gosh. It's so great.
I love, as soon as you got to like 3 or 4 and the directors all change, and then you got like some Christopher Nolan kind of guy getting in there and being all making it darker. And
Christopher Columbus, Alfonso Cuarón was the director.
Yeah.
And then there was a couple other ones that switched back and forth. But as each director changed, they changed it to match the tone of the books. So as the books got more dark and serious, they had different directors come in that were known for that stylized, that type of directing. And they just got really dark. But those movies, The Godfather Part 1, Star Wars A New Hope, Lord of the Rings, for the most part.
Yeah.
Anytime you see those on, and Harry Potter, anytime you see those on TV, you can just watch it no matter where it is.
Yeah. Except for new Star Wars. Not the newest Star Wars, but the prequel Star Wars. I can't watch them.
The ones that I pretend don't even exist?
Yeah. The ones that needed to not be in Lucas's filmography.
Yeah.
What a bunch of shit.
Really just, you know what I do? You know how I think about those 3 movies is I just take the only 2 good parts of it, and that's the only thing I recognize.
What are the 2
Darth
parts?
Maul.
Okay, yeah, that's respectful.
And the whole Duel of Fates, like the soundtrack of that and Darth Maul.
Okay,
are the only 2 good things about the first one.
Oh, I was talking about the last 3, like the dueling lightsabers and
the second one doesn't even have no redeeming qualities in the second one.
Yeah.
And even the whole Boba Fett backstory I can't stand with Jango Fett. So, Boba Fett's like my favorite character. Mm-hmm. And that whole origin story just is kind of, I don't really like it, but whatever.
Is it pretty accurate to the books though?
The books were like
I know there's like 1,000 Star Wars books. I mean, I work in a bookstore, I see what comes through.
That were written about those movies came out after the movies. It was crap.
Okay,
there were other things that were written that other people did that weren't Lucas, and then those movies were made. And then when Disney bought the rights to Star Wars, they said pretty much most of the stuff was not canon. So like all these other authors that wrote all these things and explored all these different worlds and stuff like that within the universe, they're like, oh, well, that's not canon.
Okay,
all the video games that came out that weren't LucasArts or whatever, that's not canon. It's like, that's bullshit. You can't just pretend shit doesn't exist.
Okay, so if I am trying to become a Star Wars nerd and want to read, like, say I want to read rather than
Yeah.
And I know they got so many offshoots of anything. Is there like a place where all of this is documented, where people say that these are more of the purest stories of the Star Wars universe, or is it kind of like, it's just other than the prequels,
I really don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
All right, so I guess I'll have to delve in the world of Star Wars, and we should have a Star Wars themed episode coming up.
If you want, we can have it in the back room with all my Star Wars.
Yeah,
shit.
we'll do tons of photography that night, and you'll have to dress up.
I'll get all my toys out.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
It'll just
Tino, my husband.
Yes.
Bless his heart. He loves Star Wars too, but he doesn't act. He's not as nerdy as I am. No, he's not even remotely as nerdy as I am.
No, he's not.
He was alive when the movies first came out.
That's not surprising.
And he went and saw them.
Like as a boy.
He said like 25 times when that first one came out. He went to the movies so many times to see it.
Because it was like a fucking nickel.
And then he'd get toys and he'd leave one toy in all the packages and wouldn't touch them, and then the other ones he would play with.
Right.
So he's got all these toys that are in boxes that he never opened when he was a little kid.
Okay, so it's like the massive Star Wars collector collection.
And then a bunch of other ones that he played with, and he wants to sell them. And I'm like, I will divorce you.
Straight up. That's the sand that's the line in the sand right there.
Yeah.
You don't fucking... They might be your property, but I married into this, and this is half mine now.
I know. It's like,
so you back down, Tina.
Oh, and my brother, he's a Star Wars hoarder. Mm-hmm. He just finds stuff and he'll just buy it. He'll go to these thrift stores and he'll find something and he'll buy it.
Like the classic stuff, not the new stuff where it's just so oversaturated with Star Wars now. I feel like
some really cool stuff. He got this lady. We went to the store and this lady makes handbags out of old Star Wars sheets.
No shit. That's pretty cool.
It's really cool. He's like, oh,
if I was a handbag connoisseur, I would get a Boba Fett bag.
I have one.
That's not surprising to me.
You
also have a calendar of cats with pizza.
It's
and ice cream and.
I'll show you the bag at the break. It's pretty amazing.
So I think we're gonna sum it up. I know that we were talking about Sugar Ross there for a little bit.
Oh yeah, that totally didn't happen.
Yeah.
We can talk about that when we come back.
Yeah, maybe not. We'll see what happens. Who gives a fuck? If it didn't happen the first time, it's usually not better enough. Oh, and we have a very special Urban Dictionary this week. I thought of you, and I wanted to do something different considering I needed to make it up to you from the munging incident, so...
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm still alive. Freak.
I'm glad nobody jumped off a ladder.
Oh my God.
Well, anyways.
I hit all my ladders so you couldn't find them.
Don't worry. I work in a bookstore. I'm sure I can find some kind of device to climb and mount.
Things on wheels.
Yes.
Stairs on portable staircase.
All right. So when we get back, we're going to talk a little bit work stories. We're going to talk special edition of Urban Dictionary words of the week, and we're gonna actually kind of wrap these up a little bit sooner. I think we forgot to tell that in the beginning. But
oh yeah. Apparently I'm long-winded.
So am I. I'm just trying to be more concise on stuff. So we'll be back in just a second in your world, and you're gonna hear some funny music in between. We're gonna take a break and enjoy the hunger when you get back.
Is never ending. The hunger is never filling. Always thrilling till it burdens your soul and you fall into a bottomless hole. The hunger is never ending. The hunger is never filling, always thrilling till it burdens you up and you play, but you pay the toll.
So Cuba.
And you
look into the eyes of the wolf.
black and cold,
Red as snow. Here's my favorite part.